activist, and that there was an op-ed that he wrote immediately, like as of last Friday, in the voice of Thomas Jefferson, and somebody saw it and was really struck by it, so invited him to speak that at some kind of event like that this turned into, and also he's been part of our planning process, which is wonderful. So, Mr. Jefferson.
My fellow citizens of Virginia, I write to you not as a shadow of the past, but as one whose spirit remains tethered to the cause of liberty, learning, and the self-governance of our beloved Commonwealth. When I founded the University of Virginia, I did so with a singular purpose: to create a sanctuary of knowledge where the pursuit of truth could thrive, unburdened by the meddling of government. Education, I held, is the lifeblood of a free people, and our universities must stand as bastions of free inquiry beyond the reach of political caprice. Today, that vision is imperiled, and I call upon you to rise in its defense. The federal government has struck a blow against the University of Virginia, forcing the resignation of our president, Jim Ryan. His crime? Championing initiatives of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Efforts that, foreign in name in my era, echo the pursuit of justice and understanding, I believed essential to a virtuous republic. The Trump administration, brandishing the threat of withheld funding, demanded his removal to settle an investigation into these very initiatives. This is no mere dispute of policy. It is a naked overreach of federal power, an assault on the autonomy of our university and the sacred principle of academic freedom. This outrage is not confined to grounds or to Charlottesville. The same federal hand has descended upon Harvard, Columbia, and many other institutions across our country, stripping them of billions in resources and menacing their independence. Our universities are not tools to be wielded by those in power. They are the crucibles where ideas are forged and the minds of our future leaders shaped. But this is just the beginning. If the federal government can dictate who governs our halls of learning, what will prevent it from bending our courts, our press, or the very fabric of our democracy to its will? In my day, I stood resolute for the rights of states and institutions to govern themselves, free from the tyranny of a centralized authority. The actions of this administration are betraying that creed. They seek to transform our universities into instruments of political design, using financial coercion as their weapon. This is a precedent most perilous, my friends, a step toward the erosion of all that keeps our republic free. I beseech you, people of Virginia, to see this for what it is, an encroachment upon the foundations of our liberty. The strength of our nation rests upon the education of its citizens and the independence of its institutions. We must not suffer this injustice and overreach in silence. Let us stand as one, as we have times in the past, to shield our universities from the grasp of federal power and preserve them as sanctuaries of knowledge, not pawns of political machinations. This hour, today, demands action. Lift your voices against this injustice. Write to your representatives. Lend your support to those who defend our institutions. and proclaim that Virginia will not bend to federal intimidation. Our universities, our press, our courts are not for sale. All must remain free from the overreach of centralized dominion. In this struggle, we uphold not merely the legacy of our Commonwealth, but the very principles that this nation was built. In the name of liberty and learning, Thomas Jefferson. Thing we all need to be doing is getting together. Communities matter more than ever. But it's also about showing up and then doing things. So in the spirit of that, we have started a petition for the General Assembly, not just to protect the freedoms of the University of Virginia, but all of our institutions across the Commonwealth, and to send a message that we are not for sale. So there is this, it is circulating, but if you go to change.org/hands-off-UVA, you can sign the petition. Let's make it happen. Thank you, guys. Hey, hey, DOJ.
Hey, hey, DOJ.
Get your hands off UVA.
Get your hands off UVA.
One more time. Hey, hey, DOJ.
Hey, hey, DOJ.
Get your hands off UVA.
Get your hands off UVA.